The given source code av8.c file provided to us has been modified so that we can show the implementation on the FPGA board. So the implementation is that of moving average for 8 numbers, and the modified code is synthesized on CWB to obtain the RTL file, and the RTL file thus obtained is input into Quartus, and it is analyzed and synthesized. And after the pin configuration is done and the SOF file obtained, the bitstream is then flashed onto the FPGA so that we can see the working. The configuration here is done such that the switches switch 0 to switch 7 act as the input to the buffer. The buffer has 8 elements, of which the average is calculated. Here key 1 is the reset and key 0 is the trigger. So only on pushing the trigger button or key is the element that is provided here, or the value that is provided here, input into the 0th element of the buffer. And with every input, the remaining inputs are shifted by 1, and the sum is calculated and the average is displayed on this LCD display. With every value, I will just show how the average changes. One thing to keep in mind is initially all the elements in the buffer, that is all the 8 elements, are 0, and with every input a new element gets added into the buffer and the last element is overwritten or with the previous element basically. This works on reset high, and yeah, as you can see, initially it's all zeros. So now I will start providing the inputs based on the in data file that we already have. So when 2 is given as input, the average remains 0. Next we give an input 5 and write it into the buffer. Now it's still, the sum is still 7, and thus the average remains 0. Now we input value 7. Now the sum becomes 14, so average changes to 1. 14 by 8, only the integer part is considered. And this way I will input more values. When 9 is given as input, the sum by 8 now gives an average of 2, and then we give a value 12. You'll see output is 4, and then we give a value 7. The output changes to 5. Then we give value 3 is input, the output remains 5, and then we change it to 16. See that the output changes to 7. And this way, with every input that we provide, you will see that the moving average, or the calculated moving average, is displayed on the LCD screen. Thank you.